Hey, Marblehead, how's it going? Did you type Marblehead is here, or did it just say that? I don't know. The chat app that controls all the lights and everything. Oh, I get it. I'm like, is that something new? But they're updating the app all the time. So it could have been like just letting me know that people are in the room. Wait a second. That doesn't look like the right workout. There, that looks like the right one.
Right on!
Didn't think I was going to make it home in time for this.
Toast.
There was like a rig stalled in the middle of the intersection a couple blocks from my house, and it was all one-lane traffic. And it took me 25 minutes to get through the intersection.
Hammer time!
Hey, villager. What workout is this? I missed the name of it. It's actually like should be pretty easy. It's just really long.
Right on!
It's like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds 120 or something like that. It's supposed to be a 2 hour or just slightly under 2 hours, but it's all endurance and easy. That's what the robot is telling me that I need to do today. 2 hours of pretty easy. Well, I say that now. It's gonna be like easy for the first hour, and then the last like 40 minutes will suck. The artificial intelligence robot of the training program is telling me what I should be doing. Xert. The Xert robot is smarter than the Trainer Road robot. 33 seconds. The only problem of getting home early from work or leaving work early is people are still emailing me crap about work. There's gonna be no power. There's no power going on this ride. Very low power. It's gonna be like... Let's actually like get into the course before I press start here. All right, that has started. Let's turn off. I don't know. They shipped it. I'm hoping. Definitely not this week. I kind of thought it would be quicker. I was hoping it would come from a warehouse in Canada. Because when I ordered it on... or late last week, I kind of expected, you know, it would ship Monday, you know, from like Vancouver or something, and I would have it like Wednesday, but apparently they all ship from the Trek warehouse in the United States. And I was told that it was shipped, but they wouldn't get a tracking number until it basically crossed the border. Oh yeah, I don't do well at VO2. The programs, a lot of these interval workouts, they think you can go way deeper than you actually can. Well, I've heard Trainer Road is better now, but I know for the longest time, there was like no rest ever. It was like, here, ride 5 days a week, and it's all gonna be tempo, and we don't care if you're tired, just keep going. Done pretty good. I'm usually not very good at following training plans, but this is week number 3 of doing pretty much exactly what it's telling me to do. Yeah, ERG mode for sure. Actually, ERG mode makes endurance workouts hard. You don't realize how much you soft pedal when you're in a group or a pack until you're in ERG and it tells you to ride at 190 watts for 2 hours. And you're like, 190 watts? That's no problem. It's hard. It's relentless because you can never ever ease up. I think this only goes up the hill once. I find riding the trainer in general, you don't really get a break. I wouldn't say I'm nowhere near top. I'm too fat. I'm like mid-C now. I think I'm barely C, actually. I did that race on Sunday. What did I get here? Was it? I averaged 277 watts for 30 minutes. Divide by 11.4. Yeah, that's barely 2.5 watts per kg. Sucky. 277 watts average, and it only gave me a 2.5. That's barely C. I'm pretty sure top D is like 2.5. No. Actually, I have no idea. Maybe I am. I have no idea. I have no idea what the weight limit is for this bike. The weight limit for the wheels is like 260 pounds, so I'm like well under that. Not that the wheels are doing a whole lot of spinning and well, it looks like we are heading straight up the mountain. I was high C, almost B before. The goal is to get back to the Bs. Actually, by the time I lose the weight, Bs won't exist anymore. Because once they implement the point system, there is no categories. So I'm looking forward to that day. So the Garmin Connect app, not Garmin Connect, geez, the Zwift companion app says that I have a feather. Well, it sucked when I was B, man, because the classes are too huge. I barely got into the Bs. I was 3.21 was what my squeaked into the Bs by 0.01. But if you look at all the categories, there's a 60 watt difference between the low end and the high end. 60. That'd be like someone's doing 360 watts and someone else is doing 300. There's no chance. That is way too big of a spread. Yeah, with the point system, we shouldn't really have to be worrying about any of this. You just go and race. Race your hardest, get points. Yeah, it's like wide open. It's really bad for... Totally had a feather. Oh, I just used it. Yeah, the ranking system is so long overdue, and it's just going to be awesome for everyone. I'm interested really to see what they do, because in theory, every race should just be a mass start race, because it's how you do against the rest of the field, whether you move up in points. So there wouldn't need to be divisions or classes. It's just one big ass mass start and everyone just goes for it. You know, I'm sure right off the start, you'll probably find someone your speed, and there will be groups within the race like there is now. But your only goal is just to get the highest placing possible every race. That's how I hope they do it. Mass start. I like the mass start. Like, basically the race on Sunday, the crit, even though it was age category, it broke into 3 different races. The A's went way out ahead, and I was in like the second chase group, and we had our own little like 6-person chase group. Well, that's the key. Like, that'll get you points. Like, if you can hold on to the main group as long as possible, like I say, your placing is just weighted of how stiff the competition is. If you do a race and everyone is crazy high ranked and you do well, you'll get a shit ton of points. Dimitri! Nice. How is the weather outside? Three to 4. It's not too bad. Yeah. Thanks to you, Marble. Yeah, biking outside in January. I mean, you can't really complain about that. Hey, Frackberg. I don't know if this is like just gonna bore me to death, this ride. This is literally the entire workout for 2 hours. It's like 3 minutes at 188, 1 minute at 220. I technically don't have to finish it though, because I'm riding, I have 2 rides on the weekend planned that aren't on the training plan. So I could cut out after an hour. Might see where we're at the, once I complete the stage. Actually, it's funny is I won't anger the robots because I have more rides planned this week that the robots don't know about. It's going to be a surprise to them. So I'm going to not finish this one. Then they'll be mad and they'll be like, you didn't finish. And then the weekend's going to hit. I'm going to be like, surprise. Yeah. Oh, this is the course. I didn't even realize this is the course this weekend. Yes, I plan on doing it. I enjoyed myself last Sunday. It was hard, but yeah, I'll be like, surprise! I did more workouts than you expected, haha! So I was talking with the guys at Xert. We were messaging back and forth because I had some questions. So the forecast AI setup, when you run the forecast AI and it sets a target, that's the target it wants you to hit. So if you ride more than the system, it will actually schedule you less rides because you're getting ahead of the target that it wants you to be at. Because that was my question was, what would happen if I ride more? Am I making a new baseline that it's going to keep pushing me more and more? And they were like, no, it'll readjust so you still hit that target. So if I actually start exceeding my weeks by any significant amount, I might have to rerun the whole plan because it won't like it if I'm getting way ahead. Which I think is a better way of doing it. I was worried that every time I rode more, it was going to readjust and try to increase my target. It's funny how I don't feel this hill because I'm on ERG mode, but mentally I feel like I'm riding up a hill. The legs feel a little more dead. It thinks it's grinding uphill, but I'm totally not grinding. Am I gaining on those people or are they pulling away? Can't really tell. I'm going to cut all these corners. Oh, that guy's passing me. Being on the Buffalo bike probably does not help at all. Oh, okay, I know where I'm at. I could see on the mini map. So let's check what place I'm at. That'd be interesting. Kind of curious. I'm 349. 349. Thanks, Dimitri. Enjoy your dinner. It just got steep again because I'm barely passing that guy. Draft him for a bit. Oh, he's pulling away. It's funny looking on the map. There's just a non-stop stream of people. There we go. Must have flattened off. I'm catching him. Passing him. Oh, just in time for the interval to get harder. Move on up to the next group. They're quite a ways ahead. Hey, Doc. Hey, man, congratulations. Getting there, man. Getting there. Pretty soon. Needs a bit of a trim. Starting to get a bit too wide. But I'm at the past the point of no return. Just gotta like keep it going. It's like I'm too scared now. I've had this January, like September, October, November. Like, yeah, it's been too long. I'm scared to chop it off. And I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy going to the barbers. I haven't had hair since like for 20 years. So I've been cutting, like shaving my own head. So having a reason to go and get like pampered has been pretty fun. Yeah, when I first started growing it, I let it get pretty crazy. And then I went to the barbers and I realized what it can look like because it was out of control. And so now I go, I'd say every 6 to 8 weeks. It's super cheap. It's like 20 bucks. 20 bucks. And you get hot toweled and like straight razored. Oh man. I've always had somewhat of a very short beard for the last 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know what I would look like actually shaving it right off. I don't know. Oh, I'm scared to think about it. Maybe once the double chin goes away, that's part of the reason you have a beard. I gained a crap ton of weight, and then I have a double chin, and the beard totally hides it. I'd be like full on like fat chin. No, I'm not. Can't. Maybe when it gets to summer and it gets warm, it might be like time to go, but it's winter time. Protects your face. Oh my gosh. So, an hour and 30 minutes left. Been riding forever. Totally gaining on people though. I'm not going fast. And I'm on the heaviest ass bike. I think I need a face fan. I have a fan down there, and I have the butt fan, but I have no fan blowing on my face. My head gets super sweaty. I think I need a fan over there that's not blowing hard, but just a little bit of wafting air over the face. Passing people. I gotta be a super far away from the top. That's the map. Oh, geez, yeah. Where's the... Oh, yeah. I got a long ways to go. A whole lot more climbing. Well, that guy just took off. Oh, someone stopped. When I catch them, they stopped. Or are they just pedaling really slow? I think they're pedaling really slowly. Anyone behind me? Oh, someone's coming up. Everyone's on Tron bikes. Don't they know the Buffalo bike is where it's at? I'm taking a stand with the Buffalo bike because the bikes in the game don't do enough. There's not enough of a difference between the slowest bike and the fastest bike. Uphill there is. So if you're riding up the Alp, the Buffalo bike is pretty slow. It's like 2 minutes slower than the fastest bike. But on flat, the Buffalo bike is like 7 seconds slower than the fastest bike. So I'm not trying to win any races here. I don't really care if I give up a minute here or there, so screw it. There's way too many videos and articles about what bike you should ride for what course. What? Yeah, that's fine.
Rufus
Rufus
Boy is
Boy.
now following.
Thanks for the follow. So for, every ZRL race, there's always some video or article like, oh, for this ZRL race, you should really pick this bike, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, no, man, it doesn't really make a difference. Like, it does make a difference if, you're racing for like the top 5 and you beat the other dude by like a second. Because if you were on a slow bike, you wouldn't have been in the top 5. But for in general, I'm just trying to get in shape. I'm not going to win races. Screw it. The Buffalo bike looks cool. Oh. Steering probably makes more of a difference than bike selection. Who knows? I'm just trying to get in shape. So if I'm slower uphill, oh well. I'm also just slow uphill because I'm fat. Hour and 20 minutes left. Any accessory yet? 40, that's it. Like these high intervals. It's just enough where I start catching people. Green Tron bike hasn't gained on me yet. Oh, Green Tron bike's catching me. Grinding, grinding, grinding up the hill. Oh, I'm catching those guys again. You can tell when the hill flattens out a little bit. As soon as it flattens out just a bit, and weight doesn't matter as much, I gain on these guys pretty quick. See if I can cut this corner and pass them. I think it'll be perfect timing. 30 seconds. Got a big interval. Oh, he's pulling away. Must have got steep. Replacing him in 348. I moved up one spot. think you gotta be getting close to the top. This is almost been climbing for 47 minutes. I'll say 45 because it took a little bit to get out of the city. I think that little stand of trees up ahead is the top. And then I'm going to be flying downhill on this big ass bike. Oh, look at it again. Hit some flats because I'm gaining. Oh, gone steep again. Stop gaining. Oh, it kind of looks like it's a turtle. It's a turtle with wings. And you can see its feet. But yeah, like this, it looks like a headlamp. How you doing, Lumo? I think we're almost at the top. Actually, the bike is at the shop right now. It's got delivered today, but they have to assemble it and ride wrap it before I can pick it up. Before I can pick it up and put it on the trainer. Yeah, super fast. It shipped on like Tuesday out of like the warehouse in the States. But I just realized as well, I don't have a 12-speed cassette. Oh, I know, I can't even do that. I have a dilemma now. As the bike is SRAM, it has an XDR free hub. So I either have to buy a Shimano 12-speed cassette that is still semi-compatible to put on the trainer, or I need to order a SRAM XDR free hub for the trainer. Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, I have a cassette. It's on the wheel, but it's the wrong free hub. And the problem is, if I put a SRAM free hub on this, then it's like not compatible with any other bike in the house. But doing some internet research, apparently a 12-speed Shimano road cassette pretty much works perfectly with SRAM. Everyone on the forum said they've been riding it for a long time. Yeah, I want my family to be. This trainer is actually my wife's. I bought it for her for Christmas in like 2018. And she rode Zwift twice and hated it. So I'm like, well, I like Zwift. I'll use your trainer. And then I swapped my wife's road bike on this and let my 12-year-old daughter ride it. And she's like, meh. She's like a runner. She is hardcore into running, does not like biking. Totally is. Well, she wanted it. She was like, oh yeah, if we had a bike trainer, I would totally ride it. Wrong. She would not. Oh yes, we were at the top. I really wanted my kids to like riding on the trainer, because then I would be thinking I could get a kicker move and give this one to my kid and we could ride together. But she rode once, she did 5 kilometers, and I asked her every couple days, hey, you want to ride on the trainer? I'll put the bike on. Take me 30 seconds. But she starts Winter Track Club next week, so I highly doubt she's going to want to ride the trainer when she starts running twice a week. Well, that's the thing, is I was only going to go that route if they liked it. Kids, they know if they like it right away. If she rode it once and was like, oh, asking me all the time, but I basically forced her on and was like, hey, look it, I got the other road bike that fits you. It's on the trainer, want to try it? And she's like, I guess so. And she rode for 5K and she's like, yeah, I'm good. It's like, damn it. You're supposed to love it. Why won't anyone want to ride with me? Yeah. You would think it would be more fun. I was standing here cheering her on the whole time. Kids are finicky. They like what they like, and you can't really force it, because then they'll just get mad. So I'm like, well, my wife was a very, very avid rider up until about COVID. And then she had some medical issues that she has been dealing with, and she dealt with them. But then during her medical issues, she gained a bunch of weight, and she just sort of like lost interest. But she plans on getting back once the weather gets better. But she used to ride a ton. Oh, I've gained 8 positions. Yeah, pretty much. You know what's actually funny is I hit a 7-year low weight during COVID. And then I started having some medical issues and stopped caring, and then hit my all-time. It's kind of funny. I had a 7-year low and an all-time high in the same year. Bad. Well, back on track now. I'm gonna get this weight off. I'm gonna get that watts per kg up. Yeah, for me, it was wasn't really depression, but I was having the blahs. Maybe it was a bit of depression, but I ate and ate and ate. Couldn't stop eating. Didn't care about anything. Well, you're the opposite then. I was like, man, all I did was eat my face off every day. Yeah, when I was single guy, it was super easy. Having kids and wives, my house was filled with snack foods. Yeah, just about. Good job. How's school? I have no idea. I've been on my bike. I have zero clue what it's for dinner. No, we're not eating out. Oh yeah. Oh man, there was a kid came by last year fundraising, selling ice cream buckets, like 1 gallon ice cream buckets of commercial grade cookie dough. It was bad news, because that's exactly what you could do. You were like, oh, there's a gallon of cookie dough in the freezer. I want to make some cookies. And then you ate half a dozen cookies every single day. And a gallon of cookie dough is a ton of cookie dough. Apparently Costco, you can go to the Costco bakery section and order their cookies in frozen boxes, like uncooked. The same ones that they sell in an 18 pack. You can get 6 dozen or however many hundreds come in a frozen box. I've been eating so well for the last 3 weeks. My lips were just, oh, I could taste the sugar. It would be so, it's like crack. Oh, I'm gonna have to go up to Leg Snapper. Luckily, I'm in ERG mode. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Seafood, eat food. Oh, here comes the Leg Snapper. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to the end. Maybe one more lap. Maybe one more flat lap after this. How many people have I passed? Oh, 337. Flying. Oh, this 1 minute interval is coming up at the perfect time. Oh, not quite. Not quite. It's gonna be over before I get to the top. Oh, it ended way too soon. So my wife is still working. I should probably just keep going while she's done. If I stop now, she's working from home, and I'll just end up bothering her. Verification? I don't need a verification. I've already done the verification. Except for the weigh-in portion, which I'm doing within 48 hours. It is certified. It's certified beard. Oh, I keep getting passed up this hill. Okay. Endurance workouts still suck. Still hard. How was the rest of your ride this morning, Brian? Tuned in for a little bit. Was so busy at work today. Were you doing verification tests? Is that what was going on? I hate doing verifications as well. I always feel there's like pressure to do better. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's kind of why I prefer ramp tests over the 20-minute test. That's because the 20-minute test is almost more pacing and knowing the test. I mean, I've done 20-minute FTP tests, you know, once a week kind of a thing. And you can always learn to do better. I mean, I guess with a ramp test, you can kind of do the same, but you're just pedaling as hard as you freaking can till you can't pedal anymore. I always found with an FTP test, yeah, like I'm pretty decent. I've done enough time trials that I'm pretty decent, but I always know, like, even if you go out 10 watts too hard, you tail off and blow up. Or you go off 10 watts too light, and then you get to the end and you're like, yeah, I could have pushed 10 more watts. Yes, they hurt too bad. 5-minute efforts hurt. It's a different kind of hurt. All tests hurt, but I find after doing a 20-minute FTP test, I was never like in the puke hurt zone. 5-minute test, that's puke hurt, where you're like, you're gonna die. I'm really, really bad at Strava segments. When I was riding outdoors more, I go out way too hard, even for like a 30-second Strava segment. 30 seconds, I've already blown up by the 20-second mark. Let's go for 7 more minutes here. Actually, let's do one more lap. One more lap. Not up the hill lap. Yeah, when I was doing time trials, I usually had the math pre-done, and I usually tried to hit like average wattage targets. Yeah, I'd concentrate on holding your position. So I would figure out my splits, because our course was a out and back course. So I'd usually figure out my splits, figure out, to get a personal record, I need to hold 310 watts on the way out, 315 on the way back. Which then sometimes didn't happen because outside influences, wind and the weather. Well, it was mostly average speed. Average speed is an easy one. So I knew at the turnaround, if I had any chance of beating my personal record, I would have to be a certain average speed at the turnaround. And if there was a lot of wind or something, and I was a kilometer or two off, then I pretty much knew there was not really a chance. Because average speed's easy, because if you have to average 38 kilometers an hour, you just got to keep it above 38 kilometers an hour. And then as you climb a hill, your wattage drops, and you just try to minimize the damage of going uphill. But what I learned was, giving it all you got on the uphill section does nothing but blow you up. I used to limit myself on the climbs to 350 watts. I was doing the math where by going 400 watts up the hill, I was only like 12 seconds faster up the hill. But by going 400 watts up the hill, I pretty much blew myself up, which made me slower everywhere else. And being a bigger guy, I have a more advantage of raw power on flats. So by limiting my uphill wattage to 350, I was able to push way harder everywhere else because I wasn't going lactic and blowing myself up. So I was, 12 seconds slower on the hill, but I was like a minute and a half faster everywhere else. I was talking with Brad last night on his stream. He's got some heavy hitters in his age group. The course is the Scotland flat course. I don't know the name of it, but it's the one it's 9 kilometers long and it's got 77 meters. Oh no, I don't want to go to the KOM. Let's just turn around. Let's just go back. The course is a good course for, like, I think, bigger dudes. It's a more raw watts course. There's no really big hills. It's just constant rollers. I don't know. It's in Scotland. It's 9 kilometers long and 77 meters elevation in Scotland. I think it's called the Rolling Highlands. That's the route. The Rolling Highlands. Yes, Scotland. Rolling Highlands. Way easier than the darn New York course you did. Way easier. Well, I say that now, but... Sweet. I got free. Yeah, way easier. 77 meters is not that bad over 9K. It's just that I find New York rolls a bit too much. Like, I don't mind when it rolls and it goes -2, +2, -2, +2. When it rolls and goes 3 and 4, it's too much. If you look at the course map for Rolling Highlands, there's no hills. It's just a constant up and down. I've already figured out the placing for our category so far, though. There's 2 dudes. Yeah, Lucas and Big Brad. Both those guys have some good raw watts. But yeah, we got 2 guys in our category that are like high A. Then we got a guy who's high B. And then there's a bunch of unknowns. There's one, so we've got 2 high A's, high B, and a mid-pack C. And me. Then there's an unknown guy, because he's not on Zwift Power. Naughty, naughty. He's gonna get booted. Have to be on Zwift Power. There's currently 7 signed up. So right now, based on everyone's Zwift Power profile, it could potentially be a battle for fourth. Well, it's in the tech guide that you have to opt in for Zwift Power, and this guy has no record on Zwift Power. And part of the tech guide is you have to use your proper name, not some like nickname abbreviation. Yeah, let's hit 30K. 30K and I'm done. I still have a ride Saturday and Sunday to do. Sunday, Brian. Canada versus the world is this course. Not the way I'm doing it right now, but the way I did do it. Gonna be brutal. Half an hour of all-out climbing. There we go, 30K. We are done. Who is on right now? Oh, I'm sweating. Let's go say hi to Casey. Oh, my hat's dripping. It's dripping bad. All right. Well, thanks everyone for stopping by. And that was a long-ass, boring workout. I can't say I completed it. I still have 35 minutes, but I'm done. We're gonna go over hi and say hi to Casey here. CS